What is going on, everybody? And I hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. Thank God it's Friday, and we all know we're excited for the weekend. This is NYG Jeffy C 85, and I'm just making this quick video. Everybody knows the drama that's happening around the Brooklyn Nets. You have to be literally in the clouds, on vacation, not watching the news, not paying attention to the TV or any of that kind of stuff, not listening to the radio, to hear about everything that's going around the Brooklyn Nets. Whether it's injuries, off the court stuff, you name it. It's all surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. But I'm here to talk about the fact that the Brooklyn Nets have got to start, number one, playing some of their reserve guys, and number two, while playing some of those reserve guys, getting contributions from them consistently. And the reason why I say this is because of the fact that there's no Ben Simmons right now. He's hurt tonight and going into the game tomorrow night against Washington and Charlotte. And, of course, Kyrie Irving, as we all know, has been suspended for the next 5 games. So that means the Nets are not going to have two of their better players on the basketball court for at least the next couple of games, possibly longer. This is where Jacques Vaughn, the head coach, as well as these players, have got to start stepping up. The Nets right now are 2-6 on the season. 2-6 after they lost their recent game on Tuesday against the Chicago Bulls at BarclaysCenter. And the Nets are going to be on the road for a majority of the time coming up. This is now going to be up to that bench to start stepping up. And when I talk about the bench and the role players, I'm talking about guys like Seth Curry if he's active. I'm talking about guys like Joe Harris. I'm talking about guys like Patty Mills. I'm talking about guys like Nick Claxton, like Day'Ron Sharpe, Kessler Edwards, David Duke Jr., a.k.a. DDJ, Cam Thomas, Markieff Morris, Yuta Watanabe, Edmund Sumner. All these guys have got to step up their game on the court while Irving and Simmons are out. Kevin Durant can't do everything. And I could tell right now Durant is starting to get frustrated with the fact he had to go into the media just recently to talk about the team's lack of consistency on the basketball court and the off the court distractions and the fact this team doesn't have a head coach right now. The problem with the Brooklyn Nets is they're not getting enough production on the court and there's too many distractions off the court. And now 2 of your better 3 players are off the court, whether it's due to injury or suspension. The role players on this team and the bench players have got to step their game up and turn this thing around. There's no way this Brooklyn Nets team can continue to go on the slide that they're going on. I don't care if Ime Udoka is named head coach. A head coach can do as much as he can with a basketball team. It's up to the players to get the job done. That means you have to get your rotations right. You have to get your defensive sets right. And these players have got to start stepping up and helping out Kevin Durant. Because Durant's been the only guy consistently going out there and playing good basketball on a regularity so far this season, the first 8 games. He's doing his job. Nobody else is really consistently helping. I'll say Claxton is probably the second guy that was consistently playing well, night in and night out. But there's got to be other guys on this team that got to step up. Has to be other guys on this basketball team that need to step up. Has to be. This team right now is spiraling out of control. Here's the spiral. They're going down and down. The Brooklyn Nets have got to do something to get themselves together, and they need their bench players to pick it up, especially starting tonight down in Washington against the Wizards team that they're off to a good start, but it's still no reason this Nets team can't win, even without Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons. The Nets have one thing, is depth. I want to see this Nets team come out and look fired up tonight. They have to. You have to come out and play inspiration. You have to come out and play fired up, because if you don't, you really want to drop to 2-7, play back-to-back nights, and then you play against Charlotte. It's really up to this Brooklyn Nets team right now to go into tonight, after all the stuff that's been happening off the court, Not let these distractions get in their way. And go out there and just play good basketball. Pass the ball to your teammates. Get everybody involved. Have an even amount of minutes rotationally for everybody. We know Durant's probably going to be playing a lot because of the fact that Simmons and Irving are not on the court. But you need other guys to help step up. You have to. So these guys that have not really been counted on as much for the offensive side of the field, or the court, have got to start putting their games up. This is an opportunity for some of these other players to step their game up. It is. It's an opportunity. I expect to see Cam Thomas on the court a lot more because he can provide scoring. I expect to see Patty Mills, Joe Harris, and if Seth Curry's active, these guys to step their games up. I expect to see some of these other guys that are role players or guys coming off the bench to really start etching their names to help get this Brooklyn team righted. Help right the ship down in Brooklyn for this Nets team that is too busy surrounded by controversy than they are surrounded by good basketball. So I really hope starting tonight in Washington, this Brooklyn Nets team can start playing team basketball. I know you have 3 distractions right now that are in the way, which is unfortunate. You have the Kyrie distraction because of the fact he's suspended for the next 5 games at least. You have the Ben Simmons distraction because the guy is a polarizing figure because he just can't stay on the damn court and he's out the next 2 games. And you have the fact that the Nets don't really have a head coach right now because of Steve Nash getting fired earlier this week and Jacques Vaughn just pretty much the interim head coach. And with the rumors going out there that Ime Udoka looks like he's going to be the next head coach, but he's also got controversy because of what happened in Boston. But this is an opportunity for those bench players, for everybody on this Brooklyn Nets team not named Kevin Durant currently, to step their game up and help out Durant and this Nets basketball team turn things around, which right now it looks like this team is spiraling out of control, but these guys can easily right the ship if they go out there, they play team fundamental basketball. Am I saying it's going to happen? No. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. Really, I won't. I have no idea. Neither will any of the other Nets fans until this team goes out there and shows what they can do. But I hope this basketball team can go out there and show it. I still think this team's got talent, even without Irving and even without Simmons, that this team can go out there and win. But it's on these players right now. It's on everybody on this basketball team to raise their game, raise the level of their play, and help out right this ship. Because you're not going to be having Irving and Simmons for at least the next couple of games, possibly longer. This is the opportunity for some of these other players on this basketball team to really show what they can do. And Washington and Charlotte are not great teams. They're not teams that are going to blow you out. These teams are beatable, even without Ben Simmons and even without Kyrie Irving. It's up to the Nets right now to go out there and handle their business and show that this team is not all about the drama and show this basketball team can get it done on the basketball court. We'll wait and see what's going to happen. Right now, all this team is a bunch of talk. All this team is a bunch of drama, and all this team is a bunch of failed expectations to start the season. But there is still 74 games left in the season for this team to turn things around and turn them around quickly. Starts tonight. Let's see what this basketball team can do against Washington tonight, and then going into tomorrow against Charlotte. So I just want to make this video, guys, for tonight about the Brooklyn Nets and about these role players and bench players that need to step up their game in the absence of Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons due to suspension in Irving's case and due to injury in Simmons' case. We'll see what's going to happen. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, and chatter surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications on the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the Nets. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about this Brooklyn Nets team. If you think, even without Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving, this team can turn it around with the players they have on this roster, the role players they have on this roster, if they could step their game up and try to shoulder the load without 2 of their top players, or if you think this team is just spiraling out of control and they're not going to be able to catch up going forward. So I thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of your Friday. TGIF. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Take it easy, and let's go Brooklyn Nets. As always, it's a Nets world, and we all just live in it.